I didn't want to do it, guys. I really did not want to do it. I've been gone way too long, and I think it's time we talked about it. It was terrible. Let's jump into it, guys. Fairy Tail ended horribly. It ended so atrociously. This is going to be a video talking about the top 5 worst parts of what I'm going to call the time-lapse arc, which is essentially the last few chapters leading up to the ending of Fairy Tail. So number 5, I'm going to be starting this off, is Zeref and Mavis being reborn. Zeref and Mavis being reborn, or reborn, however you want to look at it, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just like, why did that need to happen? One of the few parts that I actually did like about the ending was Mavis and Zeref's last conversation. It was heartfelt, it was emotional, and it showed that both of their magics were just like contradictions of each other. And it actually was really heartwarming, and I actually really enjoyed it up until I saw them reborn and reincarnated with new names that I don't even bother to remember because they are so unimportant. It's so stupid. It's just as simple as that. There's not much more I can really say about it, just other than the fact that Hero, you just couldn't let anyone die, could you? You just could not let anyone die. And that leads to my number 4. Makarov being he just came back. Like, if you can tell me in the comments down below, please, I'm asking, tell me in the comments down below, how in the actual hell did Makarov come back alive? Because as we know, Fairy Law just encased him in that stone, and then for no random reason, he just woke up and was just back. No, like, time reversal. There was no alteration of the universe or anything. Like, Eileen didn't do some like amazing shift. O-Tier didn't come out and like reset the sands of time or something. So I was just really just sitting here like, what is actually going on? I really want to know. Who can explain it to me of how Makarov came back? Number 3 is Zeref just being a ultimate one-shot. He was so after this most powerful magic to ever just be magic. And Zeref attains this after so long and is punked out by Natsu, who is not even in his E&D transformation mode. I was in utter and he had just got the power like the chapter before. And then I'm flipping like 5 or 6 pages, and then Zeref's just down for the count. And then Mavis comes later and finishes him. So I'm just sitting here like, really? Really? You couldn't do any better you couldn't have that fight look any better than that, Hero. Like, Zeref said at one point that Natsu is burning his magic. Natsu's flames were so strong they were burning Fairy Tail magic. That is like ancient magic from his guild. Number 2 is also another one-shot. We have Acnologia, the slayer of all slayers. This dude has been hyped up to be the strongest SOB to ever walk there. And he just gets essentially one-shotted. And in his one-shotting, he says that he acknowledges Natsu as the true Dragon King. And we're just sitting here like, dude, that's not what you guys were fighting about. Like, you were just trying to destroy the world. Natsu was trying to stop that. That's what you guys were fighting about. Like, what's this whole Dragon King? Like, I just think that Hero was just in his room writing this, and he was just like, what sounds cool as a dying lass? Like Acnologia, like, he wasn't fighting for your acknowledgement, Acnologia. He was fighting to stop you from destroying everything that he knows and has come to love over his lifetime. So I can't even begin to grasp like why that line was uttered. Just hearing that line made me so mad for like absolutely no reason. Like most people would just write it off as like some final words type stuff, but I'm sitting here just like, no, that has got to be one of the dumbest things I think you have ever said. Like up until then, you were stomping Eileen, looking like, oh my god, looking so cool. I was hoping that he was going to be the one saving grace of this, but of course there is no saving grace in the bottomless abyss that is known as fairy tale. Number one. The number one worst thing of this whole entire arc is Wendy becoming essentially the biggest plot device that I have ever seen. Oh my god. It started back before this time-lapse arc. It started way back. But when she essentially used Dragon Slayer enchant magic on Erza's sword, I should have saw that as like the beginning of the end. Because one, where did that magic come from? Two, her being able to counter Eileen's enchant magic, which essentially was the merging of two essences, but not. It was essentially like a Captain Ginyu body switch. But just the fact that she was able to quickly assess that situation and copy that magic plot device, and then in the final fight, she takes the magic out of all the Dragon Slayers and puts it into Natsu, which is just like, when and where did you learn how to do that? And if you could have done that before, why have you not done that way earlier? You probably would have cleared out half of your problems. You guys would not have had half as much a hassle. It's just, it makes me so mad because Wendy realistically should be the strongest Dragon Slayer. Her element is wind, that's something that is always around. So she should be able to feed off that all the time and be able to do amazing things such as this. But when it just comes to out of such thin air, just out of nowhere, it irks me. I'm just like, I can't grasp why that would even happen at this moment without her having any prior training. I'm like, okay, yeah, you trained with a God Slayer, but like, how intensely did you guys train? And over like maybe like the year time skip. So it's just like, there's no way that you learned this amount, especially with no one to practice that on because you weren't around other Dragon Slayers. So you just literally just did it. You just thought about it and said, this is now an enchant magic, I'm gonna do this now. And it led to, like I said, Actologia's one shot and just his utter downfall that was so stupid. It was just like, oh, you couldn't think of a better way to beat him, so you did this. It made no sense. So those are the top 5 worst parts of the time-lapse arc, the fairy tale ending. Like I said, I was not around to review it individually, and I was not about to waste time doing just like a discussion on how bad it was. I thought I should just wrap it up all in one good like little topic video for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. My name's Cameron from Attack on Anime. If you like, just subscribe and like the video. But until next time, guys, don't forget to comment and like get out your thoughts about this horrible ending, because I know it's old news by now, but it's always fun to talk about something that's so bad that it actually makes good conversation. But until next time, guys, peace.